Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Bobby, aka Paginator, and I'm here today with a double Bookish unboxing. We have Owlcrate and Fairyloot to get into. One quick word about Owlcrate. I'll try to make it quick. There's been kind of a brouhaha. Some people are upset because Owlcrate had announced they were going to bring back the Karakozik Harry Potter mug series. And people got really upset and they're like, how dare you? J.K. Rowling's transphobic. Okay. J.K. Rowling doesn't profit from these people. Neither Karakozik the artist nor Owlcrate. But I understand that this is not my battle. I'm not a transgender person, so it's not for me to say right or wrong. Owlcrate did come out later and apologize and say, I'm sorry, I thought this was okay, but apparently it's not, so we will not put Harry Potter items in our box. Some people chose to cancel their subscriptions to Owlcrate and cancel Owlcrate in general because of the whole cancel culture thing. I don't believe in that. If they have decided that they're not going to celebrate that fandom in order to benefit a demographic of their subscribers, then that's their choice to make, and it's none of my business. So that's all I'm going to say about it, and we're going to move into the boxes. We're going to start with Owlcrate and then go to Fairyloot. And it is September, but I believe these are the August boxes that we're looking at. We shall slice the tape open and dig right in. All right. Here is our box. Oh, we have a young lady holding up a skull. Very Shakespearean. Dark Academia is our theme, and yes, this is the August 2021 box. We'll set this off to the side, and oh my gosh, this box is packed full of stuff. So, first thing I see is an enamel pin. I'm going to take it out of the plastic for you to see better. We have a typewriter, and on the sheet of paper it says Ex Scientia Ultio, which is Latin. Alright, it took a minute, but I found the information on the pin from the spoiler card, and this phrase means, from knowledge comes vengeance. That's kind of scary. I managed to do it without spoiling myself as to what the book was, so I'm very proud of myself for that. Alright, up next we have something from Riddle's Tea Shop. It says Ellingham Academy Brew, Owlcrate exclusive. This is a tea that is it has chamomile, rooibos tea, rose hips, hibiscus, apple pieces, natural strawberry flavor, natural vanilla flavor, strawberries, and raspberry leaves. Gluten-free, nut-free, dairy-free, and caffeine-free, and some little steeping instructions on the back. Riddle's Tea Shop does all kinds of bookish teas. You can find them at riddlesteashop.com, and the shop has two P's and an E, like the British way, SHOPPE, riddlesteashop.com. Oh, we have a stamp. Oh my gosh. Guys, look at this. Okay. So it's a wooden stamp with the rubber part here, and it says from the library of. So you can stamp this in your book and then write your name. Oh, that way when you lend your books to other people, they will know it doesn't belong to them. I like this very, very much. Ooh, good item. Alright, we've got a box that has some gold foiled writing. It says it's better to know one book intimately than 100 superficially. Very wise. What's inside of the box? What is this? Look at this. It's like a tasseled bookmark that's metal, and it has the same quote from the front of the box. Can you see that very well? Maybe we'll use this. There you go. The design is what looks like a young Greek person, and we have the moon with that same quote from the front of the box. That's really pretty. This is so tiny and delicate though that I would be afraid to use it. Maybe it'll just be for Instagram purposes. Okay, now we've got this item here. It says, Per Aspera ad Astra, Delature Classic Conservatory. It looks like a little notebook, but let's get it out of the plastic and see for sure what we've got here. As I'm opening the plastic, I will read what it says on the back. We were always surrounded by books and words and poetry, all the fierce passions of the world, bound in leather and vellum. Alright, there's a better look here. And then we have that quote on the back. Owlcrate logo. Designed by at Paperback Bones. And then we've got a snap here. Oh, it's not a notebook like I was guessing. It's like a little kit. There's a pen, and it's got like one of those little soft rubber tops, so you could use it as a stylus, like to write on an iPad or something. We've got little tabs and other sticky notes with little quotation marks, so you could write down book quotes. And then we have larger pieces with the quote at the bottom, Per Aspera ad Astra. We've got quite a lot of Greek and Latin influences in this series, or in this box, excuse me. It is inspired by If We Were Villains, which is not a book that I have read, but this looks very cool and very handy. We have a book sleeve. Alright, so we've got some characters here, and then on the back it says Aglionby Academy. Look at how pretty that is. That's really, really lovely. I like the art of that. I want to see who the artist is. Alright, so it says, keep your book safe while you're out searching for sleeping Welsh kings with this Raven Boys inspired book sleeve designed by Dree Gomez at _Saint Dree. Good job, girl. I don't know if you're a girl or boy. Good job, artist. That's really beautiful. And then we've got the boys here. And what's her name that hangs out with the boys? I haven't read that book in a while, and I only read the first one. I know what this is. This is another edition of their metal books that are hollow, and these are inspired by Victoria Schwab. The Shades of Magic series. This is volume 3, so it's going to be the third one that they are sending out. I do have the other two. They are in my living room. Oh my goodness. Okay, so on the front we have The Someday King, Magic Restored. Same on the spine. On vis ox, another saying I don't know what it means. And we've got the street map that we've seen on the others in this series. And then in the inside we have, and then at last the world breathed in. Ooh, I like that. That just reminds you to take a deep breath and chill for a minute. I have not done that at all today. I've been working nonstop, and then went straight to the post office to pick up my packages, and then straight back home and straight in here to film. I need to stop and just relax. That's lovely. Okay, we have reached the book. It is wrapped up in plastic, and we can see here it is A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. Why does it sound like I already know this book? Do I already know this book? I don't know. Let's get out of the plastic and do some learning. You guys, look at the sprayed edges. They're silver and shiny. Oh my goodness. That's so pretty. And this cover is really lovely. We've got these pale pinkish purple flowers, and then I don't know if you can see, there's spider webs, very lightly done in the background. So let's, I'll read the letter from the author, and then we'll take a look on the inside of the book. Dear friend, books are a sort of telepathy, aren't they? When I read a book, I get swept into someone else's life, a character and world and story that a stranger invented, but that at least something a little while. Oh, at least for a little while. It's written in her handwriting. It's very tiny. Okay. Okay, at least for a little while becomes real for me. When I write to, I have an image in my mind of a place, an object, a person, feeling, a narrative, and I am hoping that somehow a reader will share my mind. Over the course of a book, just for a while, reader and writer occupy the same space. I think that's the most magical experience in the world. It's true. Magic is real, you guys. Just read a book. It's existing all around us. A Lesson in Vengeance is about a reader or her relationship with a writer and the way the boundaries, and her relationship with a writer and the way the boundaries between them get erased. It's a story about grief and anger and trauma and female agency, about ghosts, both real and imagined, and of course, lesbians. Because why not? I loved every minute writing this book. It was inspired by dark academia, but was also an effort to center women and queer people within that canon. I love it! And as someone who just graduated with their PhD, impressive, I spent years studying what I loved and destroying myself to do so. I get you there, girl. I wanted with this book to excavate how academia can bring passion, but how it can also demand much more than we are able to give. I hope that you will my mind for a little while. XO Victoria Lee. I'm sorry, that her handwriting's super tiny and in cursive, and I struggled, so I apologize for that. Let's open the book here. I still can't get over these silver sprayed edges. That's just so pretty. It should be signed. Yes, it is. We have a signature right here. And it tells us on the dust jacket, Felicity Morrow is back at the Dalloway School. Perched in the Catskill Mountains, the centuries-old ivy-covered campus was home until the tragic death of her girlfriend. I already want to read this book, like, now. Now, after a year away, she's returned to finish high school. She even has her old room in Godwin House, the exclusive dormitory rumored to be haunted by the spirits of 5 Dalloway students. Girls, some say, were witches. The Dalloway 5 all died mysteriously one after another right on Godwin grounds. Witchcraft is woven into Dalloway's past. The school doesn't talk about it, but the students do. In secret rooms and shadowy corners, girls convene. And before her girlfriend died, Felicity was drawn into the dark. She's determined to leave that behind now, but it's hard when Dalloway's occult history is everywhere. And when the new girl won't let her forget. It's Alice Haley's first year at Dalloway, and she has already amassed a loyal following. A prodigy novelist. At 17, Alice is a so-called method writer. She's eccentric and brilliant, and Felicity can't shake the pull she feels to her. So when Alice asks Felicity to help her research the Dalloway 5 for her second book, Felicity can't say no. Given her history with the arcane, Felicity is the perfect resource, and when history begins to repeat itself, Felicity will have to face the darkness in Dalloway and in herself. That's cool. One of my nieces is named Alice, so I'm going to be picturing her, although she's only 2, so slightly different age group than this one. Oh my goodness, you guys, I see a reverse dust jacket. We're going to have to take a look at this as well. So here it says, I want to find a loose thread on the collar of her shirt and tug. I want to unravel her. And the other side says, magic can pull you in, pull you under. Every spell is a pomegranate seed on your tongue, binding you to the underworld. That's a little intense. Okay, so we have the Owlcrate newsletter, and we're going to look at the difference in cover. So you can see here, the Owlcrate one is very different to the regular cover. Very different color scheme, etc. Both are quite pretty. And next month we have Haunted Hearts as the theme, and it says here, every September box will include an item designed by Lichen and Limestone. Don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting. Cool. I'm very excited for dark academia and all these spooky themes that boxes are doing, because even though it's not October yet, we are in September, and it might as well be Halloween, because is there ever a bad time for Halloween? No, I didn't think so. Thank you for agreeing with me. Glad we're on the same page. All right, next we have the Fairyloot box. And unless I'm much mistaken, I think this has kind of a dark or spooky season kind of theme as well. Now watch it be something completely different. That's how my brain works these days. Oh, all we can see are squiggles. Now I'm going to have to feel around for the card. I remember them saying that we were getting 2 books in the box this month, which is exciting. Where is the card? Why is it at the bottom? Yeah, I was wrong. The theme is Love Struck. Although that could be spooky, because trying to deal with a boy, they can be a bit much. Not all boys, don't worry. I know there are some amazing ones out there. Like, there just are. Okay. Let's begin with this little paper pocket. It says Caraval on the outside, and it says stamp pin. What's a stamp pin? Oh, a pin shaped like a postage stamp. That makes sense. There we go. And it says Caraval on it, and it's got like the circus tents on it. That's very nice. This is designed by Pheromoon Designs, and is a Fairyloot exclusive. That's fun. Okay, we've got a pouch. Checking to see if it's the same on both sides. Yes, it is. We have a quote from Amanda Joy that says, "The world is wild with untamed things." That is true. We've got bones and flowers and a knife. We've got what looks like Maleficent horns here, a moon. This is intriguing. Who is Amanda Joy? Okay, so this quote comes from a book called A River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. I have not read that book, but it sounds intriguing based solely on the quote and the art that goes with it. Oh, hallelujah. They sent a pin banner, and I am running out of room on my current pin banner, so I'm very excited about this. The only banner that has really any amount of room is the one that I'm saving for my Accio pins, so I definitely needed something new, and I'm very excited about this one. It's got this lovely gold foily kind of design over a gray print, which is very nice, and it will display pins beautifully. Okay, we've got the first of 2 books. We have Afterlove by Tanya Byrne. It has pink sprayed edges and clearly has 2 girls kissing on the front. It says, "Car headlights. The last thing Ash hears is the snap of breaking glass as the windscreen hits her and shatters into a million pieces like stars. But she made it. She's still here. Or is she?" This New Year's Eve, Ash gets an invitation from the afterlife she can't decline to join a clan of fierce girl reapers who take the soul of the city's dead to await their fate. But Ash can't forget her first love, Poppy, and she will do anything to see her again, even if it means they only get a few more days together, dead or alive. Yikes. We have our monthly tarot cards, and we have the Ace and 2 of Pentacles. And I'll see if I can find out who these are supposed to be. It says inspired by Caraval, so I'm guessing one of them is Legend, and this would be one of the sisters, Scarlet or Tessa. Did I remember the wrong names or the right ones? Okay, we have reached the book pouch. We can see sprayed edges. That looks orange in the camera. Is it orange? Yes, it is. It is orange. Right in time for spooky season. And the book is not wanting to come out. These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. A heart is a dangerous thing to steal. Also in the pouch we have a bookmark. We have an art print on the backside of the author letter, and we have the newsletter, which we'll come to in a minute. All right, so we'll see what this author had to say. Dear Fairyloot reader, Bree saved me. I wasn't the prisoner of a wicked fairy king like Jazz. In fact, I was more like Bree, hardened, bitter, angry, overwhelmed by all the injustice in the world, and struggling. So I turned to fantasy, to Bree and her shadows and her mighty protective rage. I needed a world where magic was real and hope mattered, and I found it in Fairy right by Bree's side. Stories matter, the ones we read and the ones we tell ourselves. I hope this story gives you a little of whatever you need, and that when you look up at the clear night sky, you believe in magic enough to make a wish. XOXO, Lexi Ryan. That sounds intriguing already. We'll take a look at what it says on the inside of the dust jacket. Go to the Sealy Court, find the Queen's secret portal to enter the most dangerous... Hang on, hold a minute. We thought we had seen the sprayed edges, but we did not see this. Stenciled pattern. Okay, let's go back and try the dust jacket again. Go to the Sealy Court and find the Queen's secret portal to enter the most dangerous place in Fairy. Find my sister and rescue her from a power-hungry king. Child's play. Bree would do anything before making a deal with the Fae. Death is preferable to their vicious schemes. But when her sister is taken by the sadistic king of the Unseelie Court, there is nothing Bree wouldn't do to get her back, including making a deal with the king himself to steal 3 magical relics from the rival Sealy Court. Gaining unfettered access to the Sealy Court is easier said than done. Bree's only choice is to pose as a potential bride for Prince Ronan, the Sealy prince who's not quite as wicked as she once thought. Unwilling to let her heart distract her, she accepts help from a band of unseelie misfits with their own secret agenda. But as Bree spends time with their mysterious leader Finn, she finds herself struggling to resist his seductive charm. Caught between 2 dangerous courts, Bree must decide who to trust with her loyalty and with her heart. Lovely. Oh, my Lanta. All right, we've got foiling. We've got foiling here. I'm guessing these are the 2 boys that she has to choose between. Oh, don't fall apart. Sorry. And here is our lovely artwork. I'm guessing this is Bree and the 2 boys. Oh, and we do have a signature right there. Cool. Alright, so last thing I will let you know is that the next month's theme is Uprising. And it says you can expect items inspired by 6 Crimson Crayons, Daughter of Smoke and Bone, An Ember in the Ashes, and the Prison Healer. And this box will once again have 2 books. How fun! I'm loving this, you guys. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, these were very nice boxes. That Owlcrate box was packed with stuff. And the Fairyloot box had gorgeous edition of the book once again. Like, fun boxes. It's always a good day when subscription boxes come in the mail. So, time to go do something else useful. So I'm going to sign off and wish you a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.